Hi, my contestant ID number is 1590, and this is my submission for the 2025 SkillsUSA t-shirt design contest. This is my design. It's meant to be printed on a black or dark background, and it features the sun and a shadow of the quail, the words California, and the required words SkillsUSA 2024-2025. So these are my colors and fonts and why I chose them. Firstly, I chose gold because it is very important to California. It's part of our state motto, the Golden State. It's one of our state colors. It's also a very important part of our history, like the 1848 gold rush. It's also the color of champions, such as SkillsUSA champions at work. Next, I chose orange because that's the color of our state flower, the California poppy. And I also chose maroon, firstly because I think it complements the gold and the orange very nicely, but it also represents passion and wisdom, and it can be a reference to the wine that is produced in my region of California. So when we mix all these colors together, it creates a very warm but intense color palette, and I also think it's unique because I haven't seen it on many t-shirt designs yet. And these are my fonts. So for the part that says SkillsUSA 2024-2025, I chose the font Broadway, and for the word California, I chose Rockwell Extra Bold. So I chose Broadway because it really gives off those 20s, 30s, old Hollywood style vibes. And I thought it would be very nice to represent something that made California very famous, which was them being a pioneer in the early film industry, especially Hollywood. That really put us on the map, especially in that time period. Next, I chose Rockwell Extra Bold, and the word California is supposed to, in my design, is supposed to be a reference to the California flag. That's why it's at the bottom. But the original font used in the flag is a sans serif font, and I thought a serif font would look better in this context, as this font is meant to represent very big like display words and not body text. So for my elements of my design, I chose the sun, the quail, some gears, and also the word California. For the sun, that's a very big part of my design and also has many meanings. If you see the sun as rising, that could represent your future, your rising, especially with SkillsUSA. If you see it as setting, that's a reference to the sun setting on the West Coast in California. The flames that are coming out of the sun, that's a reference to this year's theme, which is Ignite Your Potential. And also, I realized that the state convention for SkillsUSA is held in Southern California. And what is Southern California known for? Being very sunny. So next we have the quail. And the California's quail is the state bird of California. And when I was researching for this design, I found most people tend to use a bear to represent California. That is our most famous animal symbol. But I thought I would use a different animal that's less represented but still well known, such as the California quail. And they're also a symbol of community. Next we have the gears, which represent the skills part of SkillsUSA in the industry and careers. And again, the word California is a reference to the flag. So for my roughs, I originally started with a quail in a circle, then I later switched to a sun. And I also had not just gears originally, but inside the quail, but I felt it would be too cluttered, and I wanted to go more simplistic, so I deleted those. So once I had a good idea from my thumbnails, I got onto Adobe Illustrator, and that's how I made these designs. So firstly, with my first step, the colors were different. The sun's colors were inverted, and I tried to make the quail a little more realistic. For my second try, I added the gears, but I didn't like their placement. It was a little funky, and I also changed the colors of the sun. By my third step of the process, I found the colors I liked, as well as I liked how the gears looked, and I also added a white outline to really make it look cohesive. But the white outline was very thick, and it made it look like a sticker and not a t-shirt. So in my final design, I adjusted the width of that outline, made it a lot more thin, also changed a couple other things to make it look a little more cohesive, and I realized I spelled SkillsUSA in all caps, which was not allowed, so I changed that too. And that's what we're left with, is my final design that I am submitting for the contest today. Thank you for listening.